all these jobs. So the jobs there, because yeah, I've been looking for radiographer jobs on Indeed. I've been applying. I've seen band 7, band 5, band 6, like really good, really good packages and salaries. But they are all asking for HCPC. You tell me what HCPC is. Can you tell me more about it? So you haven't heard about HCPC, and yet you want to work in the UK.
How can you tell me this story?
Anyway, I'll tell you. So the HCPC is a regulatory body here in the UK that governs about 15 professions. Okay, HCPC basically is Health and Care Professions Council. Okay, so they regulate these 15 professions, some of which are radiography, physiotherapy, biomedical scientists, and so many others. Okay, so if you want to work here in the UK as a radiographer, you need to first of all have this license to practice. Okay, if you don't have the license, there's no way an employer will give you a job here. It won't work. Forget it. It will never work. Okay, yes. So guys, if you want to come to the UK either as a radiographer, as a physiotherapist, as a medical laboratory scientist, as an occupational therapist, the list of 15 professions are on the HCPC website. Like any other license you want to have, there are certain requirements you need to meet, and these requirements I am going to tell you about. So if you are interested, follow along as I tell you what you need. You need a few things, a few documents in order to apply for the HCPC license. Okay, so the first one you need is you need to prove your identity. So you need to have either a national identification or your passport. So your passport or your national ID, and these have to be certified. Okay, somebody may ask, what is a certified copy? A certified copy is basically a copy of an original document. It needs to be certified by an authorized person or an organization. So on the HCPC website, it specifically says either a lawyer, a judicial person, or a person of good standing in the community. This person has to certify it. I'm going to show you how it should look like here on the screen. This is how it should look like on the screen. Okay, so that is how you're supposed to, this is how you are supposed to certify your proof of identity. Yes, so a current national ID or a current passport, it needs to be current, up to date. Okay, yes, so you need a proof of identity, as I've said. Now number 2, you need to certify your proof of address. You need a certified document of your proof of address. On the website coming from outside the UK, this is what applies to you. You need either your utility bill or your bank statement. Okay, your bank statement or your utility bill must have your name and your home address, and this name should run through, this same name should run through the whole application process. It shouldn't be different at certain places, because if that happens, it's going to delay the whole application process. I forgot to mention one thing. If you've changed your name at a certain point in your life, you need to add a document to that effect. So if you're married, you need to show that you are married. If you've changed your name for whatever reason, you need to give evidence of that fact. Okay, good. So we've mentioned proof of identity and then proof of address. What else do you need? Well, HCPC is a very serious body. You can't just join without any proper qualification. So they always require that you meet certain qualifications. So what else do you need? You need your proof of qualification. You've attended university, you need to upload a copy of your degree or diploma or whatever certificate you think is going to help you get this license, and it has to be certified. Okay, so you need to have a copy that has been certified by an authorized person. Okay, So aside that, you need to also give proof of English proficiency. You know, UK is an English country. You can't come to the UK and not be able to speak or communicate properly in the English language. You understand me? Yes. So before you get here, you need to give them, they'll need to know if you can speak proper English. You don't want to come and speak any broken English and confuse their patients. You understand? So you need to speak proper English. And to do that, you need to give them or provide a certified copy of your English proficiency. So if you're from an English speaking country like Ghana, Nigeria, and other countries that are English speaking, or that's your first language, all you need is to go to your university, get in contact with them, and they will provide a certificate of English proficiency. That basically means you were taught, your 4-year course or your 3-year course was all done in the English language, and as such, you are good in English, you can speak English, okay? If you're from other countries that do not have English as their first language, like let's say a French-speaking country, you need to do what we call IELTS. This IELTS exam has to be written, and there are certain limits, or there's a minimum value or minimum grade you should have, which is on a website as I'm showing you now, okay? Yes, so that is also another requirement, proof of English proficiency. Now, there's this other document on our website called the HCPC course information form. This form should be downloaded, given to the school you attended, and they are supposed to fill it out for you. So that basically is supposed to have all the courses you did in school, contain your practical and theory lessons, the number of hours you used in school, and everything. They just want to compare if it matches up with their standard. You understand? So you don't have to fill that. You need to give it to your school. Don't fill it yourself. Give it to your school, and they have to fill that form for you. Some schools make it very, very easy. They are already aware of all these processes, and they're able to make it very, very easy for you. So get in touch with your school and have them do that for you. And they will have to certify it. Your school or the course administrator will have to certify these documents before you can use it for the application process. I hope you are understanding me. If you are watching up to this point and you are enjoying the video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe as well. Okay, thank you. Now, on to the next section. You will have to provide professional experience. So where you had your clinical internships, where you are currently working, you need to provide certain references from either your employer or someone who is responsible for you in a professional capacity. It could be your supervisor. This person has to provide a supporting reference in support of your application. And guys, this is where you need to be very careful. Choose somebody who can put in a good word for you. Don't just choose anybody who would jeopardize your application process, okay? Be very careful who you choose, and that would really help you, okay? I got a very good person myself who was able to put in a good word for me, and I am here in the UK today, okay? So try and do that. Make sure you find someone who will be able to get you a good reference and support you, and that would hopefully facilitate your application process. So for this particular section, you need to provide at least one supporting reference. There's no limit. You can choose 1 or 2 or 3 supporting references. So whether you had your internship at different places, you can choose to select people from each of these places and have them write supporting statements for you. That will all help with the application process. But some prefer to keep it simple and go with just 1 or 2. Okay, so whatever you prefer, just make sure you have proper supporting statements in favor of your application process. And finally, guys, the HCPC would want to know or want to confirm that you're not quack. Please, they don't want any quack professionals here in the UK. So there'll be a section where you'll be asked to provide either the website of the professional body you belong to and an email address as well. They would have to confirm certain things you've written or certain things you've submitted in the application process. Okay, so these are the things you would need to get ready to start the application process. Yes. Okay, so guys, I hope you found this video informative, and I hope you've gathered all your tools and your documents. If you haven't, please gather your items, your certified items, your certified Oh yeah, I have my documents ready now. So hey, but you this whole time you knew this thing, you didn't tell me. You there, thank you, thank you very much. I'm ready, so maybe we can start soon. Of course, you're welcome. Anytime. So guys, follow along and see you in the next video as I take you through the online step-by-step process, which will hopefully get you your HCPC license. See you in the next video. Bye.